Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court here at the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. We're here for Legacy Night, the first dual home matchup of the year for the Braves here in Pembroke, North Carolina. The Braves are taking on Belmont Abbey College. Belmont Abbey is 2-0 so far this year in duels. The Braves are 2-2. I am here with Joe Ballantyne. I am Jack Bull Slavin. We are getting ready and getting set to go here for Legacy Night here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court. We're going to keep you on with us here for the starting lineups and a special recognition of Buddy Batson, a former All-American who unfortunately passed away earlier this year due to complications of his health. We're going to get going here. Thank you so much for joining us here on the UNCP Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court. For Legacy Night, we are starting out with 4 exhibition matchups before we get the scoring underway for both Belmont Abbey Crusaders and your Braves of UNC Pembroke. On the mat right now in red is Jonathan Sharpenter. He's a 149-pounder. He's a junior. For the Braves, Sammy Pettikos is currently on the mat.
Sammy's doing a great job of throwing a power half in with one leg in. He looks like he's trying to get some back points here. And he is while the ref is counting.
Should be a 4 count there for Sammy. Ref has not signaled it yet for him. There it is, 4 count for Sammy Pettikos as he goes up now 6-0 here with 1:28 left in the first period.
Sammy's doing a great job of riding him, throwing those boots back in. He's looking for more turns right here to score as much points as possible.
Again, I'm Jack Bull-Slavin here with Joseph Ballantyne.
How you doing?
Ballantyne going to throw a lot of the wrestling lingo at you. I'm just going to keep you updated with scores and time as we get a hang of today, as we're starting with 4 exhibition matchups here for Legacy Night, as we're under a minute in the first period, as Sammy is now well in control of riding time, with riding time right up over a minute and 36 here in the first period. Coach O.T. Johnson rocking the holiday spirit with his red and green and snowflake coat today, hoping that'll bring him some luck as they face the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. Belmont Abbey beat the Braves for the first time in 9 matches last season. Braves are looking for some revenge today, starting with Nick Daggett, the All-American, who will look to give the Braves a very explosive start when we get these 4 exhibition matchups out of the way. But as we said, we are starting with the first exhibition matchup in black for the Braves, Sammy Pettikos. In a red for Belmont Abbey, Jonathan Sharpenter at 149 pounds. As the first period comes to a close, Sammy Pettikos has 2 minutes and 24 seconds of riding time. So out of the 3 minutes there, 2 minutes and 24 seconds of riding time.
Definitely a domination on top in that period, especially since the bottom man from Belmont Abbey got a stall call.
That is his first stalling call against Belmont Abbey. Another one will reward Sammy with a point.
Sammy with the nice slide by to get the 2 right here. Trying to throw those boots back in and turn them.
Yeah, as we mentioned, this will be a big matchup for the Braves today, as Belmont Abbey did take down the Braves last year for the first time in 9 matches. All time, the Braves have control of this series dating back to the 2001-2002 series. UNC Pembroke has won 14 of 16 dual meets between the two.
Sammy is just a 4 count away from a tech here. Just slid his foot out for him to go out of bounds. If he kept just a shoelace in, he would have been still in bounds.
Great job right there by Sammy. Definitely dominating this match, having a lot of control and kind of having his ways. He's up 12-0, looking for that technical fall here in the second period. Minute 13 left in the second period. Sammy Pettikos of the Braves in black. Jonathan Sharpenter of the Crusaders in the red singlet.
Another stall call on bottom. Just 1 point green for Sammy Pettikos. Sammy with the nice pancake. He's now looking with a half, trying to roll him on his back. He needs to get his chest back to get this count. He looks like he's a little bit too high right now.
Looking to get that 4 count, or at least 2, to give him that technical fall and the victory as time is ticking. Here, he'll now need a 3 count or better at passing that 45-degree angle. A pin is obviously what he'll be looking for here, as there's 20 seconds as they move out of bounds. Clock stops there. 20.1 seconds remaining in the second period, as Petticos is up 13-1 over Belmont Abbey's Jonathan Sharpenter.
Riding time is definitely in Sammy's favor right now. No way of turning it around. Sammy with another slide by. And 2 right before time runs out.
That'll put him up 15-1, and unfortunately he let that escape go, so he's 1 point away from the tech fall. We'll look for him to get it here in the third period. Sammy Petticos up 15-1. He'll start in the down position as Jonathan Sharpenter comes over top with 2 minutes on the clock here in the third period, and we are underway looking for the escape here to get the tech
with
fall.
a nice Granby roll, and that's one for Sammy. Should be, the ref should get noticed that the match should be over, just like there.
Gave him 2 as well, but it's going to go down as a technical fall either way. Sammy Petticos with the first victory of the day here in the exhibition matchups.
Your winner by technical fall in the first exhibition matchup from the UNC Pembroke Braves, Sammy Petticos. Exhibition matchup for Belmont Abbey. Chandler Eccles at 174 pounds for the Braves. Matt Engel.
Matt Engel doing a good job of hand fighting right here.
First period is underway here in the second exhibition match. As we mentioned, we will have 4 exhibition matchups before we start actual competition here in this first home dual meet of the season for UNC Pembroke. On the mat right now for the Braves in black, Matt Engel. For Belmont Abbey, Chandler Eccles. He's 174 pounds. He is a junior for Belmont Abbey. Engel, on the other hand, is a sophomore. He's from Raleigh, North Carolina, at Millbrook High School. A lot of hand fighting and gesturing going on. Looking for head control here is 1:45 now, halfway through the first period. Is currently in a stalemate with a lot of hand gesturing and battling going on. Looking for position as a shot's
Engel
taken
within
there.
the first shot. Nice single on the outside leg. Stuck in the middle, but he came through the waterfall position. Trying to pop that leg out. You need to hook that leg to keep the 2. Nothing yet. Belmont Abbey doing a great job of defending here right on the line.
Both guys going match for match. There it is. There's the 2
There's the
call,
2.
getting control, spinning around, getting on top of the back there.
And the riding time starts for Matt Engel.
1 minute remaining here in the first period. Engel up 2-0 with that first takedown after his first shot in this exhibition matchup. Working hard to keep the toes in there.
Keep the toes in and let the riding time clock keep ticking away.
Gonna look to pull him back here, working back towards center mat.
The ref is counting when he's on his leg like that. If he's on his leg for 4 seconds, that's a stall for Matt Engel. Can't be on the leg too long right there. Matt Engel trying to break him down. Belmont Abbey doing a great job of keeping his hips away.
Coach O.T. Johnson doing a very good job coaching here, working hard. Staying calm for right now, as these ones don't necessarily count for the match, but definitely a key learning experience for some young Braves Braves are a young team already. Their starting lineup already consists of a very few prominent and powerful underclassmen as time expires in the first period. But the Braves are pretty balanced between upperclassmen and underclassmen. These underclassmen that we have here at Pembroke are very exciting to watch, starting with Nick Daggett, a very explosive, true sophomore now.
Yeah.
Was an All-American his freshman year with a top 8 finish at the NCAA D2 championships. So we're excited to see him, kind of a key matchup of the day there for us, and will really set the tone as period 2 is now underway. Engel looking to get that escape, trying to stand up. Belmont Abbey's
doing a great job of controlling his hips. He threw a Merkel in right here, but he's looking a little bit high. Engel needs to fight that leg off and try to explode up. Belmont Abbey doing a great job of throwing a leg in there, trying to get his riding time back.
riding time ticking away now, working back towards even, 20 seconds and counting down as Engel really needs to work hard here to get out from the start of this second period.
Matt Engel did a great job with knee slide right here. He's off his hips. He needs to stand up, get his hips away.
The hands right now. Got to separate the hands to get that one escape.
Nothing yet, nothing yet. Even though Engel was up on his feet there, Belmont Abbey still had control of his hips, making him still control on top.
And that right there got Coach O.T. Johnson up and at the seat. He's been pretty calm so far in these exhibitions, but a little upset with Engel there as he wasn't able to separate and stand up. Took a little bit too long of indecisiveness there, and that's gonna hurt him there as riding time is now back to even and is now sliding in Belmont Abbey's favor.
Definitely fixed his mistakes there and got the one.
That puts Engel up 3-0 here with 33 seconds remaining in the second period. Riding time set at 4 seconds for Belmont Abbey's Echoes.
Matt Engel doing a good job with the underhook, trying to get his head in the right position, trying to almost get a high crotch here. Belmont Abbey did a good job of defending and throwing his leg back. A nice shot from Belmont Abbey, hit a double, nothing yet. 2 rewarded for Belmont Abbey with short time in the period. That was big for Belmont Abbey to keep this match close, especially going to the third period.
Big third period here for those of you tuning in. This is only the second exhibition match. We're doing 4 exhibition matches before competition actually gets underway here between the Belmont Abbey Crusaders and the UNC Pembroke Braves. Belmont Abbey took the match last year, the meet last year, excuse me. Braves looking to return the favor this year.
Matt Engel did a great job, got a cradle, trying to keep his hip to hip here. Belmont Abbey got his arm out. He looked to reverse it, and he does, putting Matt Engel on his back, but no count. Green is still in control. Matt Engel still in control, and only allows 1 point.
That 1 point, though, ties them 3-3 here in the third period. Riding time is in Engel's favor, but not quite enough for that point. He's only at 23 seconds. Got to get up over a minute. We're at 1:10 and counting down here in the third period as riding time will now fluctuate going towards Belmont Abbey's favor in Chandler Eccles.
Definitely. Matt Engel needs to get back on his feet for escape and a takedown to win the match with 50 seconds left in the third period. Belmont Abbey threw a boots in, trying to ride him out for the rest of the period.
Engel's got to work. He's got to work now. 39 seconds and counting down here in the third period. 5-3 in Belmont Abbey's favor.
Riding time is not a factor in this match. Matt Engel got called with stalling.
Again, that's only his first warning, so one more, and he's got to work here, looking to get up as 16, 15 seconds, counting down. Got to go now.
Looks like he's looking for Peterson right now, trying to shake him off in the tripod position. Looks like Belmont Abbey holds it for the win.
Good job by Belmont Abbey's Echoes of a late run there to come in the third period and kind of just outlast Matt Engel. Good job, good technical wrestling there for him.
Definitely that last second takedown in the second period was big for him. Hunter Strickland and a nice single here. Picks him up to get his 2. Hunter Strickland also likes the leg rides, trying to throw his boot in, but Belmont Abbey did a nice job of catching it. Hunter doing a good job of riding him right now, keep having control of his hips. Stalling on Hunter, he pulled him out of bounds, and the new rule is if you push or pull someone out of bounds, that is considered stalling. So a stall warning for Hunter Strickland. Hunter Strickland trying to bump his base, trying to get him to his stomach. Belmont Abbey did a good job coming up.
Hunter Strickland really in control of this matchup so far here as he comes up on a minute of riding time, a minute 40 remaining here in the first period as he now leads 2-0 with that first takedown. He's going to let him go and try and reposition, and that'll bring the score back to 2-1 here, still in Hunter Strickland's favor. For the big UNC Pembroke sports fans here on the UNCP Sports Network, men's basketball pulled out a victory down at Georgia Southwestern. They will be back in action here at home January 5th in the new year for Family Game Day. So make sure you join us here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court for that. Here we are in the third exhibition match of the afternoon between Belmont Abbey and UNC Pembroke. Competition will start after the fourth exhibition match, so one more to go. I'm Jack Bull-Slavin. I'm here with Joe Ballantyne here on the call on the UNCP Sports Network. We're currently in the first period with 49 seconds ticking down. Currently in Belmont Abbey's favor 3-2 with the escape getting out of the down position.
Belmont Abbey had a nice takedown. He threw his leg back and got behind on a shot defense position. Belmont Abbey hooked that back ankle. It's another way to keep the opponent down. Much harder for Hunter to get his leg up.
Hunter Strickland will remain in control of riding time here with a 3-second difference between the period clock and the riding time differential, but ticking down fast as that ankle is still locked by Belmont Abbey. Hunter Strickland unable to get up as he spread all the way out as the first period will come to a close, and Belmont Abbey is in control 3-2. A good matchup here so far in this third exhibition.
Definitely a lot of action in the first period.
As mentioned, there is one stalling call against Hunter Strickland for trying to push him out of bounds.
Yep.
With that new rule this year, as Joe so eloquently explained for us here on the UNCP Sports Network.
We got a caution on red here. He moved before the whistle was blown, so if you get 2 cautions in or excuse me, 3 cautions eventually in the match, Hunter would be awarded a point.
And those cautions are just to make sure that nobody gets an unfair advantage coming up out of the down or up position.
Correct. Hunter finally got his hips away, so his 1 is awarded, making it a 3-3 match.
Good quick hip movement there by Hunter Strickland to get himself out of that.
Hunter had a quick single in the first period, trying to look for that again with some hand fighting, moving his opponent around.
Match is tied 3-3 here in the second period. 1:25 remaining. Riding time is 8 seconds in Belmont Abbey's favor. As both guys will stop the hand gesturing for just a minute, we'll release and reset as Hunter Strickland takes his shot, misses. Good job stepping back by Belmont Abbey and working to get around. He will gain control and get the 2. Puts him up 5-3 with a minute remaining here in the second period. His riding time will now keep ticking in Belmont Abbey's favor.
Belmont Abbey throwing his boot back in. A lot of leg riders today.
Seems to be really a style of Belmont Abbey. We'll see how much we see of it today in the actual competition.
Definitely.
Very common for teams that are coached and have been successful in the past. You see a lot of the wrestlers pick up similar styles as they train together and work together on that. As the riding time will now go up over a minute for Belmont Abbey.
Hunter was also called with the stall again. Coach Othello Johnson was mad because he thought the top man was riding straight on and not working to the side.
Second period comes to a close. You heard the horn expire with that stalling call. That was his second against Hunter Strickland, so that does give him a point. He's up 6-3, Belmont Abbey's favor as we enter the third period. 2 minutes on the clock, 1:15 riding time in Belmont Abbey's favor. So Hunter Strickland going to need to work fast to get out of this one to make sure that riding time can get out of Belmont Abbey's favor.
Definitely. Right now, Hunter's down by 4 technically with the riding time. He gets a 2 reversal off of a Granby roll as he's trying to work top now. Hunter Strickland also a big leg guy, throwing those boots in. It's a great way to ride guys out, also turning them. It's very hard for them to get them off their hips and get an escape.
Great job by Hunter Strickland to get back in this match with that reversal. 6-5, 1:30. Riding time is now under a minute, ticking back down, going towards Hunter Strickland's favor. Hunter Strickland pulling and prodding, trying to do everything he can, working with the boots there, wrapping the ankles to try and get control. Stalling warning is called against Belmont Abbey. That is his first of the exhibition matchup. We're in the third exhibition matchup here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court, third of 4 before we enter competitive action. That'll start with the 125-pound matchup. That'll be between Belmont Abbey's freshman Aaron Zabraskis and All-American Nick Daggett for the Braves.
Hunter Strickland with the nice crossed wrist. Almost got a count for his tilt right there. Still 50 seconds to work. With bottom man got another stall, and it is a tied match. Can he get any back points? Oh!
We're going to get the pin. He was perfectly
a defensive
even.
pin.
Phenomenal job there by Hunter Strickland, getting him on his back, getting him level.
Belmont Abbey with the win with the defensive pin right there. He had him on his back, but he was flat, and Belmont Abbey got the pin. That's the worst. Thinking you got the guy on his back, not realizing you're on your back, and get caught with the defense right there.
Yeah, my fault. I was not looking at the ref. I got excited there as Hunter Strickland was doing an excellent job working back into that matchup, but unfortunately, as Valentine said, he got on his back himself and didn't realize it.
Montgomery with the quick single with the 2 quick takedown. Belmont Abbey tries to escape with the Granby roll, but Marcus follows. Marcus traps the wrist. Montgomery with the bar, trying to determine at the edge of the mat.
We're here in the final exhibition matchup before the Braves get underway with Belmont Abbey in competitive play. On the mat right now for Belmont Abbey in the red singlet, Colton Britton for the Braves, Marcus Montgomery. Marcus working very hard, being very physical here early, working to keep position. A lot of mat re-entries here for Marcus Montgomery as he has now gotten the second two calls. He now leads 4-0 as the riding time is now up over a minute in the first minute of action. 1:50 remaining here in the first period. Marcus Montgomery on top 4-0 over Belmont Abbey's Colton Britton.
You saw the ref counting there again. Marcus Montgomery was holding on the opponent's ankle. If it hits 4 seconds, that's going to be a stall call on Marcus Montgomery. Marcus, can he get the pin here? He has him on his back with the bar. His hip's a little bit too high, but he sits back. Has him at the edge of the match. Has to dig his chin into his shoulder to keep him down. Definitely has the 4 count.
Marcus Montgomery doing everything he can as Colton Britton wiggles out there and flips back over, but the 4 count will go to Marcus Montgomery. That puts him up 8-0 with just over a minute remaining here in the first period. It looks like ride time will not be a factor so far as Marcus Montgomery has had full control and domination of this exhibition match. Minute 55 and counting up in riding time. 55 seconds counting down here in the first period.
Marcus Montgomery definitely doing a great job riding on top, keeping control of his fingers, and throwing a couple of halves in for some back points.
Marcus Montgomery is listed at 6 feet at 197 pounds. Went to Dutch Fork High School in South Carolina.
Definitely lied on his height. He is not 6 feet tall.
We got to give him all the benefit of the doubt. Everybody, every athlete knows that a couple inches isn't really a lie. It's just a little padded stat.
And make me 6'11".
Joe Ballantyne, definitely not one of the bigger guys on the team.
Nope, all skin and bones.
Very technical wrestler as he's doing a great job for us up here, helping us out with all the terminology. Spoke with Nick Daggett earlier in the week, said that you're actually helping out as a training partner.
Yep.
For him, and said that he loves training with you just because of how technical you are and how well you know the sport. So we're very appreciative of you being up here. Daggett getting ready. We see him warming up on the far side of the mat, on the far side of the Braves bench, rather. Putting his headphones in, doing a short little jog. Jogging definitely a favorite of Daggett's as he was a 2-time state qualifier in cross country in high school as well.
And
we're going to figure out what's going on here. The coach came out on the mat. Ref blew the whistle.
Looks like, yeah, he looks like the coach just pulled him after that call. Got a little more technical than he should. Coach wasn't happy, took him off the mat. He gave Marcus the win. Shout out to Uncle Willie for Marcus there.
So Marcus Montgomery will get the win in the final exhibition matchup of the day. We will head into competitive play here between Belmont Abbey Crusaders and your Braves of UNCP. We're here on the UNCP Sports Network as the captains meet at center mat. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. We thank Adidas for all its support in offering UNC Pembroke the best for its student athletes. Go Braves!
Lumbee River Electric Membership Corporation belongs to the members it serves. That means their members have a say in how their co-op is run. And with members in charge, you can feel confident that the decisions made are in your best interest and the best interest of your community. Doesn't that sound good? Members know they can trust LREMC because it was created not to make profits, but to deliver on this promise, providing safe, reliable, and affordable electricity. 4 values are the foundation of LREMC's service to its members: innovation, commitment to community, accountability, and integrity. These values represent the cooperative difference and how their co-op earns the trust of members every day.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. They are located next to Lumberton High School.
Well, starting at 133 now, 125. They forfeit to Nick Daggett. Looks like the Belmont Abbey 125 bumped up to 133 since the 133 did not make weight. A nice fireman's carry by Ronnie Petrov. Ronnie's doing a good job of riding on top. He's more of a rider. Trying to get a nice tilt in there. As he does, counts. Just a quick 2 count.
So Ronnie Petro is on the mat. He is taking on the freshman from Chicago, Illinois for Belmont Abbey, Aaron Zabraskis. Aaron Zabraskis was entered as a 125-pounder and was supposed to take on All-American Nick Daggett, who we were so excited to see, but unfortunately, well, not as Joe mentioned, he did not make weight, so he moved up to the 133-pound weight class, so the 133-pounder didn't make weight. Either way, we have Aaron Zabraskis here taking on Ronnie Petro. Ronnie is up 6-0 currently with riding time counting up in his favor, 43, 44, 45. Minute 50 and counting down here in the first period for Ronnie Petro.
Ronnie Petro looking for that tilt again. Trying to get a quick 2. On his hips, needs to build his base back up. Does a great job doing that. So
Ronnie Petro is 7-8 so far in the season, 2-2 in dual meets. He is from Dayton, Ohio. Working hard to get him past that 45 degree to get that count. There is the first 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to get the 4 count there in his favor. Waiting for the ref to signal it. We'll give it there.
Ronnie on his leg right here. Trying to bring him back to the mat. As he does. Ref is counting. Ref was counting, so he would get the stall, but Ronnie did a great job of trying to get the cradle in, trying to keep him in bounds with those 2 feet, but Belmont Abbey touches the court of the gym, making it or ruling it out of bounds.
Ref doing a good job there, letting the wrestling continue near the edge of the mat. Let him go until the hardwood was touched. Obviously don't want any of the wrestlers getting hurt as we are wrestling on hardwood here. There is no padded surface underneath those mats, and it does not feel good when you go off of it.
No, it does not.
10-0 here in Ronnie Petro's favor. Braves currently up 6-0 over Belmont Abbey with that forfeit or no entry for Belmont Abbey against Nick Daggett, the 125-pound matchup. Riding time up over 1:55 for Petro. Petro's up 10-0 here in the first period.
He just got another 4 count. He's up 14-0 right here. Ronnie's doing a great job of getting those tilts in, looking for a tech before the first period is over.
It is now up on the board, 14-0, looking for 1 more point to get that technical fall. Petro doing an excellent job of handling what is listed as the 125-pounder, Aaron Zabraskis from Chicago, Illinois. We do have to mention that Ronnie Petro's favorite movie is Semi-Pro, and we will be having Semi-Pro night here on February 13th for men's basketball. So make sure you come join us there. We'll have to make sure that Ronnie is there as well to enjoy some of his favorite promotions here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court. As the first period expires, Braves up 6-0 on the team score. Ronnie is up 14-0, 1 point away from technical falls, who will take a quick medical timeout as both guys are tended to on a very physical match. A little mat burn, I guess you could say. 2:35 in riding time in Ronnie Petro's favor.
Looks like some blood time for Ronnie. A little bloody nose. Will Jackie Moon be at a semi-pro?
You never know in Pembroke, North Carolina. We're bound to pull out a few tricks out of the hat. So make sure you stay tuned here with us on the UNCP Sports Network. Follow us on all of our social media at UNCP_sports. It's at UNCP_sports on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, you name it, we got it.
The whole 9 yards, you
Yep.
got it. Ronnie just looking for one here. He gets the escape. He will be awarded the technical fall.
There it is. Great job by Ronnie Petro. He will win by technical decision. 15-0 for the Braves.
Jonathan Miller with the quick underhook, start off the match. Jonathan Miller trying to look for the high crotch, but got caught underneath, trying to fight the chin hand and circle out here. It's going to be a fun matchup in this match today. Just some hand fighting right now. Belmont Abbey has an underhook. Jonathan Miller with the underhook. Belmont Abbey try to slide that by, but Jonathan Miller throws him and gets the two while throwing him on his back, trying to look for the quick pin early in the match. Only awarded 2 for the backs. Jonathan Miller did a great job of keeping his hips underneath him and throwing him right back to his back. Lifts him up and brings him back to the mat. Tries to put him back to Jonathan Miller is a very explosive guy. He does a lot of throws, especially right to the opponent's back. Very fun to watch Jonathan Miller.
Jonathan Miller doing a great job bringing with a lot of back to mats, but unfortunately he's already in control, so not giving any more points to him. They're exciting to watch, but not doing anything for us there as he's looking to get control again and get another 2 points. 42 seconds ticking down here in the first period. Riding time in 31 seconds in Jonathan Miller's favor.
Belmont Abbey with the nice double. Getting control. Miller only making it a 1 point lead in Miller's favor.
Belmont Abbey in the red singlet, Braves in black. Jonathan Miller struggling right now, working to get back even as a 4 count has been given to Belmont Abbey's Troy Greger, not Tyler Greger. They are brothers. We thought the freshman, the younger of the two, was wrestling to begin with. It is actually Troy Greger, the senior from Hickory Ridge.
Belmont Abbey awarded 4 for back points, putting it up 7-4 at the end of the first period.
Troy Greger is definitely a little bit more experienced. 10-3 so far on the year at the 141-pound weight class. He has 3 technical falls and 6 pins to his credit. His fastest on the season being 16 seconds. not going to happen today as we head to the second period. Jonathan Miller currently down 7-4 as it is in Belmont Abbey Gregor's favor.
Gregor's a good top guy, rides really well, especially how he turned Miller in the first period, at the end of the first period there. Miller hips are out. All he needs to do is circle away, and he would be awarded his one, as he did right there. Miller with the takedown will put him right back into this match.
Jonathan Miller, one of those exciting young underclassmen that we were talking about. As Valentine mentioned, he's an exciting guy to watch. A sophomore, 12-6 on the year, 2-2 in dual meets. His first collegiate victory came last season down at UCF, University of Central Florida, that is. It was against a University of Central Florida opponent, and that was with the first period of pin. Again, not going to happen here today in the first period as we have moved on to second period. 1 minute remaining here in the second period as it is 7-5, Belmont Abbey Gregor's favor. 27 seconds riding time also in Belmont Abbey's favor. 2-second call given, control given to Belmont Abbey, but OT. Coach Othello Johnson is definitely not happy about that as he almost stepped on the mat, wishing that he could challenge.
Yeah, Jonathan Miller, his knee did not touch, and the 2 should not have been awarded, but as his knee touched at the end of the match, Othello Johnson realized it would not be a smart call to try to overturn. Belmont Abbey doing a good job of trying to ride out Miller as Miller is getting a stall call on him. Miller's trying to clear his hips. But Belmont Abbey circle away, or excuse me, circle behind him, keeping control as the period runs out.
As Joe mentioned, second period has come to a close. 1:21 riding time in Belmont Abbey's favor. That is Troy Gregor, the senior from Hickory Ridge. He currently leads 9-5 over Braves Jonathan Miller, the sophomore from Wilmington, North Carolina.
Belmont Abbey choose bottom, but Miller let him up, giving the one who rewarded him right off the bat. Miller's trying to get a quick takedown like he did in the first period.
Miller currently trails 10-5. Miller is in the black singlet for the Braves. Gregor in the red for the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. Miller's got to work here as he's down 5. The 1:30 remaining here in the third period.
Miller likes to be in the ties. He's very comfortable in these positions, trying to get his underhook in for a slide by or a nice throw. Belmont Abbey's out. Shots an outside single, trying to bring that leg up and table it, but Miller's doing a good job defending it. Almost in a split position.
Miller definitely showing off his flexibility here. Phenomenal job. Leg fully getting extended all the way up above his head, bringing him to his feet as Belmont Abbey's looking to get control, and there he does. There's the 2 call, putting him up 12-5 here late in the third period. 45 seconds and counting tick down. Riding time definitely in Belmont Abbey's favor, and he will get riding time as a 1:30 and counting up for Troy Gregor. Miller going to have to work some magic if he wants to pull this one out. 30 seconds and counting, but does not look like he'll be able to do it. It's Troy Gregor.
Jonathan has 25 seconds to try to escape to get the one. If he stays on bottom, Belmont Abbey looks like he's going to get a major decision in this match, giving Belmont Abbey 4 points instead of 3. Jonathan tries to get his hips away to give him the one. Jonathan trying to hook tilt him, gives up too late in the period to give Belmont Abbey the major decision to give him 14 points overall. Belmont Abbey in a quick takedown, given an early 2. Caleb Warner doing a good job getting to his feet. Tries to hit a Granby roll, but ends up out of bounds.
And this will be the last match before a quick 5-minute intermission. Here in the Braves' first home dual meet of the season against the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. Braves lead the series matchup 14-16. 14-2 all time, dating back to 2001-2002. Belmont Abbey took down the Braves last year for the first time in 9 matches. Braves looking to return the favor here this year at home as we celebrate Legacy Night here in Pembroke, North Carolina. Prior to the match, we honored and recognized Buddy Batson, a former Braves All-American who passed away earlier this year. We're excited to recognize all of the people that have helped turn this wrestling program into what it is today, with 12 straight top 25 finishes.
A nice single A for Caleb Warner. He's in a scramble right now, trying to get his hips up to get the 2.
Ref still calling no control for either side. Both wrestlers grabbing onto the leg and holding.
Caleb almost in a Peterson position, trying to pop his head out to secure that 2. Looks like possibly it might end up in stalemate.
Both coaches calling get your 2 there, and it will go in Red's favor as he swings his hips around. Good job getting hip position, hip control. We'll get 1 for the escape.
I'm
there
surprised
for
on
Warner.
that call.
It was a quick control call. It didn't call anything when both guys were on the floor, but when both guys got brought up to their feet, according to the ref and his viewpoint.
Belmont Abbey also on another single. Caleb Warner tried a reshot there. Both guys taking low singles as their takedowns.
Score is 4-2 in Belmont Abbey's favor. This is John Gahagan for Belmont Abbey. Fans here in Pembroke, North Carolina at Lumpy Guaranty Bank Court calling for 2, but ref says no and will whistle him out of bounds. It's 31 seconds remain in the first period. 25 seconds of riding time in Belmont Abbey's favor. Score stands 4-2 in John Gahagan of the Crusaders' favor. Caleb Warner on the mat for the Braves in black. John Gahagan for the Crusaders in red.
Another single for Caleb Warner. Belmont Abbey did a good job of defending that. Warner in the front head here. Trying to snap him to the mat and get spin behind to get his 2. Short time running out. Looks like a quick knee tap. Nothing yet. Looking for a pancake here. Shortly time ran out.
First period expires. We'll head to the second period. Score 4-2 in John Gahagan's favor from Chicago, Illinois for the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey.
Definitely a good first period. Looks like both wrestlers are a little winded after that 3 minutes.
Very physical, exciting match. Both guys pretty equally matched in the first period there, as we saw a lot of neutral, as we mentioned, a quick control call when both wrestlers got brought up to their feet.
Caleb Warner doing a good job with that power half, trying to sink his hips, put him into his back. Does he get the pin? And he does! A great pin by Caleb Warner.
Caleb Warner pounding the chest there. A huge pin for the Braves to keep the momentum in the Braves' favor heading into intermission.
Definitely a clever walkout song for Tyler McCosey. How was that walkout song?
Mikosi, a NCAA championships qualifier last year, unfortunately dropped the opening matchup. Got a tough pull and tough selection as he faced the #1 seed overall in the NCAA national tournament. But one of 4 wrestlers ahead there last season, looking to head back there this season, but is facing some trouble early here. Does a good job of getting out of bounds and using his hips to gain control. As no points were awarded there, both wrestlers listed as neutral position. 0-0 to 10, no riding time given so far here in this matchup.
Definitely a nice scramble before, but Belmont Abbey got back on that double to secure that takedown.
Mikosi is 11-10 overall so far this season, 2-2 in duels. One of 4 wrestlers so far this season already in double-figure wins early on.
Cozy up to his feet quick. Does a lot of chain wrestling, back to his feet again. Belmont Abbey trying to pull him back in as he does. But it looks like a 2 reversal for Mikosi.
Great job on Mikosi there, flipping his hips, getting in the reversal. This match will now be tied up 2-2, a minute 42 remaining in the first period. 20 seconds riding time in Belmont Abbey's favor.
Definitely smart wrestling on Mikosi there. Keep wrestling even on the edge of the mat.
Your matchup here at 157 pounds for Belmont Abbey, a junior from Raleigh. Grant Finkbonner for the Braves. In black, Tyler Mikosi. Tyler Mikosi definitely one of the fan favorites. See him at a lot of other UNCP sporting events. Mikosi, as we mentioned, NCAA qualifier last year, looking to get back there this season and get some redemption to get past the first round as he faced a tough draw last year.
Mikosi doing a good job of hand fighting. Put him in the front head here, trying to get a 2 before they go out of bounds. Nothing yet. Looked like 2 from my angle, but Belmont Abbey did a good job of moving his hips out of the
You
way.
can see Coach Othello Johnson moving into your frame there. He is upset about it, but finally gets the 2 call there. For as quick as we saw the 2 call happen in the last matchup, we were expecting 1 to get called there, but no call. Unfortunately, Tyler Mikosi doing a good job of continuing to wrestle and getting the takedown. As score stands 4-3 in Mikosi's favor. It'll now be tied 4-4 with that escape there. 40 seconds and counting down here in the first period. As mentioned, we're here on the UNCP Sports Network. Thank you so much for joining us here in Pembroke, North Carolina. We're at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court, located inside the Jones Center. I'm Jack Bullslaven. I'm here with Joe Ballantyne here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Mikosi doing a good job trying to get a leg cradle here. Had him in the crackdown position. Ended up almost out of bounds, still fighting the scramble. Higher hips win, higher legs win as Mikosi lifts up his legs trying to get it back. A count, but no counts for the back. Just a reversal with final seconds coming down. Excuse me, a takedown.
Good job by Mikosi to get back on top there in the score column. He leads 6-4 as we head into the second period. 3 minutes on the clock, 2 seconds of riding time in Belmont Abbey's favor. Does not look like it'll be, well, can still be a factor. Excuse me, it can still be a
Definitely
factor
could be
here.
still a factor.
2 seconds, and Mikosi looking to get some riding time in his favor as he starts in the up possession with Belmont Abbey's Grant Finkbonner starting in the down. Riding time has flipped over 10 seconds in Mikosi's favor as he brings him back to mat. 6-4 the score in Mikosi's favor. Mikosi in black, Finkbonner in a red for the Crusaders. Braves lead 17-4 here as we have now gone through. This is the 5th matchup of the day, 157-pound matchup here in Pembroke, North Carolina.
Mikosi doing a great job of riding on top, trying to keep him in bounds to keep that riding time clock ticking. Ref is counting because Tyler's on his leg, but he lets go before the 4 count.
Tyler having to do a lot of work here as Belmont Abbey's working to keep himself spread out, trying to keep a low center of gravity staying on the mat. Riding time keeps ticking in Makozy's favor, though, as we now reach a minute on the period clock here in the second period, and are quick in a minute and a riding time in Makozy's favor.
Makozy trying to get a quick tilt here to continue his lead. Stalling warning on bottom.
We had a feeling that was coming. Makozy doing a lot of work, and Black Finkbon not doing as much. Definitely making Makozy work, and we're expecting the ref to give that there. Over a minute now on riding time for Makozy. 35 seconds remaining here in the second period. 17-4 in the Braves' favor, 6-4 in Makozy's favor here at the 157-pound matchup.
1 point rewarded for Belmont Abbey.
Makozy looking to reset, get another shot in before the clock expires. Late time control, 15 seconds and counting down. Makozy looking for the best angle, takes a shot there.
Ooh.
Keeps his leg in. Ref is gonna call action. Coach wants another stalling as Belmont Abbey looked like he was working out of bounds. Will not be rewarded, 10 seconds and counting. Here in the second period, 6-5 in Makozy's favor.
Another shot for Makozy and a takedown for 2.
Good late time control there. 2 call granted here in the second period as the second period expires. Makozy up 8-5. He's up by 3 here as we move into the third period at the 157-pound matchup.
Belmont Abbey looks a little winded. Tyler Makozy has a gas tank for days. Third period is his favorite period because that's where he scores most points.
Makozy, a very calm and collected guy. Very patient, but very fast on his shots.
Trying to get his hips out. He gets 1 rewarded to him. Trying to get another takedown to continue his lead. Looking for a major.
Good job circling, working back towards center mat for Makozy.
Makozy doing a good job of keeping inside control here while hand fighting, looking for that single as he slides by that arm. Another foot. Belmont Abbey's foot touched the court, making them out of bounds. Looks like Makozy's taking most of the shots here.
Makozy definitely, from our perspective up here, you feel like he's been in control of this match, doing a lot of work, but the score does not reflect that as he's only up 9-5. There it is. There's the control. That'll be 2, and that'll move him into major decision. 12-5 in Makozy's favor.
After that shot, the ref rewarded him with the stalling call on the other guy, giving Makozy 1 point, since Makozy's taken half of the shots in this match.
Makozy lets him up there, and that will give him the escape point. 12-6 in Makozy's favor as we are now under a minute here in the third period. Riding time will go in Makozy's favor as it sits at 1:36, and there is no way for Belmont Abbey to bring it back. That extra point will be added at the end of the match. Makozy still working hard. He wants more than just a major decision, to his credit.
He does not have the major yet. After this takedown, he will. 25 seconds left. He gets the major decision in his favor right now. He needs to keep him down to keep that major. Major decision is when you win more by 8 or 8 or more, you get a team score of 4 points added on to the team. Five seconds left. Looks like Makozy will be rewarded the major decision, putting up the Braves up to 21.
Makozy does win by major decision and final score 14-6 over Belmont Abbey. He had over 2 minutes of riding time there.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. They are located.
When UNC Pembroke athletes train and compete, Scotland Healthcare System will be a part of the team as the official healthcare provider for UNCP athletics. Led by Ortho Carolina Scotland orthopedic physician, Dr. Richard Alexander, their specialist will cover every football and men's basketball game. From practice drills to kickoff and tip-off, Scotland's medical experts will oversee.
Adidas.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why?
Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. We thank Adidas for all its support in offering UNC Pembroke the best for its student athletes. Go Braves!
Lumbee River Electric Membership Corporation belongs to the members it serves. That means their members have a say in how their co-op is run. And with members in charge, you can feel confident that the decisions made are in your best interest and the best interest of your community. Doesn't that sound good? Members know they can trust LREMC because it was created not to make profits, but to deliver on this promise, providing safe, reliable, and affordable electricity. Four values are the foundation of LREMC's service to its members: innovation, commitment to community, accountability, and integrity. These values represent the cooperative difference and how their co-op earns the trust of members every day.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. They are located next to Lumberton High School.
When UNC Pembroke athletes train and compete, Scotland Healthcare System will be a part of the team as the official healthcare provider for UNCP athletics. Led by Ortho Carolina Scotland orthopedic physician, Dr. Richard Alexander, their specialist will cover every football and men's basketball game. From practice drills to kickoff and tip-off, Scotland's medical experts will oversee training staff operations. It's one more way Scotland Healthcare is keeping its commitment to be there for the region, delivering closer care that's better by far.
Welcome back here to Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court in Pembroke, North Carolina. We are in intermission, just coming out of intermission as we have made it halfway through the first home dual meet of the year, celebrating Legacy Night here in Pembroke, North Carolina. I'm Jack Bull Slavin. I'm with Joe Ballantyne here on the UNC Pembroke Sports Network. Braves currently lead 21-4 over the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. Braves, a storied tradition, as mentioned, celebrating Legacy Night. We can't help but mention the storied tradition here that UNC Pembroke Wrestling has, including this season. Just last weekend, the Braves had a top 10 finish at the 40th Annual Midwest Classic in Indianapolis. That tournament is highly touted, as 16 top 25 nationally ranked teams were at that tournament. The Braves finishing in the top 10, finishing ahead of 10 nationally ranked squads, including Newberry, who was in the ECAC conference with us last season. Braves had the ECAC Rookie of the Year in Nick Daggett. Nick Daggett unfortunately did not get to wrestle tonight because of a scratch on Belmont Abbey's lineup for whatever reason, so he won by forfeit, giving the Braves 6 points early, and the Braves have kept momentum thus far. Braves with 12 straight top 25 finishes over the past 12 seasons under Coach Othello Johnson. This is his 8th season, taking over the head coaching responsibilities in 2011. He is 82-46 all-time in duels. An impressive stat that bodes well for Legacy Night here at Pembroke, North Carolina. Thanks so much for joining us here on the UNCP Sports Network. We're going to get going again here with the 165-pound matchup between Belmont Abbey and the Braves. It will be for the Crusaders from Dahlonega, Georgia, Greg Hillard, and for the Braves, All-American from last season at 165 pounds, Rodney Shepard.
Just some hand fighting right here. Rodney Shepard trying to get a quick takedown with that double. But Belmont Abbey did a good job at defending his hips back. Ronnie trying to get a takedown at the edge of the match. Almost with the peek out right here. Excuse me, duck under. Stalemate as we return to the center of the mat.
With a lot of the younger guys in the lighter weights or weight classes for the Braves, we now start some of the upperclassmen, starting here in the 165-pound matchup with Rodney Shepard, a transfer from NC State University for all you Wolfpack fans.
Go Tar Heels.
Rodney was a state champion in high school at Northern Durham at 152 pounds. He had a 60-1 record his senior year. Very impressive. We're excited to have him here in Pembroke, North Carolina, as he was an All-American last year. Gets the takedown there. You always see him in all the pictures on the site. Looking up at O.T. Johnson, looking for coaching advice, a very coachable athlete, and is doing it again here, doing a great job. Getting control now, leads 2-0 with 1:20 remaining here in the first period. Riding time now heading in Rodney's favor.
Definitely. After that shot Rodney took, the Belmont Abbey got hit with stalling. So that is their first stall warning, or his first stall warning, excuse me, on that. Score should be 2-1, Rodney's favor.
Rodney was an All-American last year, as we mentioned, at this weight class. He had a 5th place finish, and that was by pin. He is 5-1 this season, 0-0 in duels. This is his first duel of the season. Taking some time off in the fall semester and rejoining the team here in spring to maintain eligibility.
Another nice shot as he keeps the double. He gets him in the air. He has to return him nicely as he walks in the center of the mat.
Rodney showing off his strength there, just kind of the soldier carry, bringing him back to the center of the mat.
Looked like he was taking him out of a fire.
Fireman's carry, doing a great job.
Ronnie Shepard got hit with a clasp call. He got the 2 takedown, did not know he had the 2 takedown. His hands were locked, and it was 1 point awarded to Belmont Abbey. That's what they're trying to figure out with the score right now.
Yep, the ref threw up the wrong hand, threw up the green hand, and everybody at the scorer's table was questioning that because, as Joe mentioned, it is a point for Belmont Abbey.
Shepard trying to lift him back to the mat as he does, with a nice grunt that came out of his mouth to end the period.
Ronnie will lead the first period 4-2 over Greg Hillard, a junior from Dahlonega, Georgia, for the Crusaders here at the 165-pound weight class. Braves lead 21-4 here in the dual meet. Riding time in Rodney's favor, 40 seconds. Rodney will start in the down position here in the second period. Greg Hillard on top. Rodney looking to work quickly to jump out, using his hips, using his explosiveness and his speed. But brought back to mat by Greg Hillard.
Greg Hillard, a great top rider. Shepard need to get his hips away and get the 1 so he could dominate back on his feet again. Stalemate call. Nothing was happening between each wrestler. Bringing them back into the center.
Rodney, a very strong and physical wrestler from the Bull City, went to Northern Durham High School.
Caution now on Belmont Abbey. Each guys have one caution call. Shepherd up on his feet, trying to get his hips away. Almost in a switch position, but Belmont Abbey covers his hips, keeping him down.
Riding time now flips into Belmont Abbey's favor. As Rodney has been stuck in the down position since this second period started. Minute 13 remaining in the second period. Score still in Rodney's favor, 4-2. Although Belmont Abbey has been in control. Belmont Abbey's Greg Hillard has been in control this entire second period. Started in the up position, Rodney in the down, so no points awarded so far to him. Rodney just needs to get the ankle out to get his escape. Does not do it there as he's brought back to mat.
It's a Granby roll. Can he get the reversal? And he does get the reversal with a nice Granby roll. Right out of bounds.
Slow reversal call by the ref, but it is finally rewarded. You heard the fans here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court calling it out to help our referee out as he gets a 2 call. Rodney leads 6-2. Riding time ticking down, heading back towards Rodney's favor. 35 seconds remaining here in the second period.
Belmont Abbey up to his feet. Shepherd needs to return him. Under the legs. Runs him out of bounds. 1 second still in Belmont Abbey's favor in riding time. With 28 remaining in this period.
Coach O.T. Johnson was asking for it starting neutral, but it is Belmont Abbey's decision here, so he has chosen to start down, and we will have a quick injury timeout.
Looks like blood time.
Just as a reminder, I'm Jack Bullslave, and I'm here with Joe Ballantyne on the UNCP Sports Network for the Braves' first home dual meet of the year against the Belmont Abbey Crusaders in Pembroke, North Carolina. The Braves are 2-2 so far on the year. Belmont Abbey is 2-0. We are in the 165-pound matchup between Crusaders Greg Hillard and Braves All-American Rodney Shepherd. Rodney grabbing a towel and having a quick discussion with head coach O.T. Johnson, assistant coach Blaze Shade, and athletic trainer
Definitely a good time to talk to your coach, especially at blood time or injury time, to see where you could correct your mistakes. It's very hard to hear the coaches when you're wrestling. The headgear on your head.
As we mentioned, Rodney's a very coachable guy, and these are two very good coaches to be coachable from. Both coaches, former All-Americans. Of course, Blaze Shade here at Pembroke, North Carolina. Blaze was the ECAC Wrestler of the Year, 3-time All-American. Coach O.T. Johnson, in his 8th season with the Braves, was a 2-time All-American in the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association.
Rodney Shepherd doing a great job of riding him out to finish this period.
And the period does come to a close. We'll head to the third period. Rodney Shepherd up 6-2, 29 seconds of riding time in his favor, 3 minutes on the clock for the third period. Braves currently lead in team score 21-4 over the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey. Belmont Abbey took down the Braves just a year ago, 31-11, in a very different story here today in Pembroke, North Carolina. Braves are a very explosive and dominant team, a team to definitely watch out for, as they should enter the top 25 rankings in the next poll with that top 10 finish at the Midwest Classic last weekend.
You got stall call on Green. Othello Johnson not happy and feeling that Belmont Abbey is not doing anything either.
Stalling call given against Rodney, but as Joe mentioned, very upset as neither wrestler is really not a lot of action. Would love to see the ref ask for an action call before giving that stalling warning. They're now called out of bounds and will come back to center mat. Minute 10 remaining here in the third period. Riding time now swinging towards Belmont Abbey's favor. 20 seconds to Belmont Abbey's favor. 6-2 in Rodney Shepard's favor, the All-American from UNC Pembroke. Rodney Shepard in black for the Braves.
Ronnie
Greg
Shepard
Hillard
back to
in
his
red.
feet in a front head position. And that is stalling call since Belmont Abbey was on his leg and still in favor. He already had a stall call, so Rodney Shepard was rewarded 1 point, putting him up 7-2.
1 minute remaining here in the third period.
Ronnie Shepard trying to come up to his feet. Belmont Abbey crossface. Both guys not doing much. Ronnie pops up to his feet, trying to shake him off. As Belmont Abbey jumps down back to his leg and rewards him, gives him the escape, not trying to give up any other stall calls. Rodney up 8-2 with 22 seconds left in the third period.
Riding time will be awarded to Belmont Abbey's 1 minute and 1 second in Belmont Abbey's Greg Hillard's favor.
Ronnie Shepard on a double, but comes down to a single. And they were out of bounds. 8 seconds left in the period.
8-2, the score in Rodney's favor. Rodney, very quick reaction time off the whistle.
Rodney trying to get a major decision here with 2 seconds left, looking for a takedown, but cannot get it. Winning the match 8-3.
Rodney Shepard, the All-American, taking care of business here. Will advance the Braves team score.
So on the single right here, snatch shot right up. Photo up to his feet to get the 2 reward to himself.
With the Rodney Shepard victory, that pushes the score to 24-4 in the Braves' favor. Rasan Vereen with that big explosive takedown puts him up 2-0 here early in the first period as a minute has ticked away. 2 minutes remaining, 15 seconds of riding time in Rasan's favor.
Sean lets him up, trying to get that takedown back again, trying to score as many points as possible by the end of the period. Some good hand fighting.
As we move up in weight class, it's more and more expected to see a lot of this more dancing around the mat, not as explosive and quick as the lighter weight guys. Rasan, a very explosive and strong guy, one of our taller wrestlers here.
Rasan trying to get behind in the front head. Belmont Abbey did a good job of keep backing up, but got hit with stalling as he fled the mat. Crowd is loving the call right now.
Definitely some good energy here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court. Definitely something that we pride ourselves here on. We have a storied tradition of wrestling here at Pembroke, North Carolina, and that is a big part due to our fan base help us bring in a lot of new recruits and exciting recruits to the wrestling program.
Rashawn back on that single leg again. Could not snatch that in like he did last time. Underhook by Rashawn.
Andrew Pegram is 12-4 on the year so far. He has 3 pins to his credit.
Shot by Belmont Abbey. Rashawn in the front head position right now. Lets him back up, trying to reshot, but gets caught underneath as action was happening before they flee the mat. "18 seconds remaining in the period. Rashawn's still looking for that second takedown. As time runs out.
First period has come to a close. Sanvarine leads 2-1, 15 seconds of riding time in his favor. He is facing off with Andrew Pegram at the 174-pound weight class. Reen, a true freshman, listed at 5'9", from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, coming from North Myrtle Beach High School.
Belmont Abbey, who's 1 second away from getting that stall call as he let go of his Rashawn's right leg as they went out of bounds.
As we mentioned early in the broadcast, some exciting young talent for the Braves, mixed in with some seasoned seniors such as Rodney Shepard and Tyler McCosey. Andrew Colborn, another one of those more experienced seniors, had a very good season last season, his first season of wrestling for the Braves. He'll be coming up shortly at the 197-pound weight class.
Rashawn hit a Granby roll, looked like he got his elbow or arm stuck underneath him as we go into injury timeout.
Athletic trainer for the Braves, Bill Dixon, heading out to center mat. You can see him there on your screen, working with Rashawn Vereen, trying to make sure that he's good to go. O.T. Johnson and Blaze Shade standing on the very edge of the mat. Toes on the mat, heels off.
Bill
Looking
Dixon.
slightly concerned, making sure that their wrestler at the 174-pound weight class is good to go. Sahan said he's going to be good, so we'll head back to the action here. He currently leads 2-1, Braves up 24-4.
Belmont Abbey was chose bottom. When there's injury timeout, the opponent chooses the position he wants to be in, he or she, excuse me, on that. So Belmont Abbey chose bottom. As Rashawn trying to get a quick tilt here as the count is counted to get a awarded 2 count here.
Sahan doing a good job keeping him on mat. Good job bringing him back to mat. And there's the 2 awarders. He drives again, will be driven out of bounds as they will get called for it and be brought back to center mat. There we go. 5-1 currently in Vereen's favor. 1 minute, 9 seconds remaining in the second period. 18 seconds of riding time to Vereen's credit. Vereen in the black for the Braves. In the red for Belmont Abbey is Andrew Pegram. He's a sophomore from Stokesdale, North Carolina. Vereen doing a good job, as mentioned, out of the injury timeout.
was called for him. He decided that he was good to go. Pegram chose the down position, and Vereen's done a good job to continue bringing him back to mat as he does there, and it lets that riding time keep ticking to his credit. Lets him go for the first time in over 40 seconds.
Sean back into a single, trying to bring that up as he does, and he brings up to his back. Does he get a quick 2? No, he does not. I disagree with that call.
Explosiveness by Vereen. He's definitely showed his strength and his power here as they are called out of bounds and will be brought back to center mat. 31.9 seconds remaining here in the second period. Vereen up 6-2 over Belmont Abbey. Belmont Abbey will return back to the down position. 47 seconds of riding time in Vereen's favor.
Belmont Abbey back to his feet. Sean lets him go. Trying to look for that single again, which has been working for him all match. Belmont Abbey gets a double and takes him down. Only trailing by 1 now, Belmont Abbey.
10 seconds and counting here in the second period.
As time runs out.
Pegram works hard in that one. Got tossed around a lot by Vereen, but works hard to get back into this match in the second period. We'll head to the third period. Vereen up 6-5. 35 seconds riding time still in his favor. Vereen, as we mentioned, a true freshman here for the Braves. Made 2 straight trips to the podium as junior and senior in high school.
Belmont Abbey with the quick 2. Put him up 7-6 with 1:40 left. Letting him back up, trying to get another takedown as he does. Putting him up 9-7.
Escape was rewarded to tie them at 7-7. Taking a quick shot again for Belmont Abbey. Puts him 9-7, gonna let him out. Putting it back at 9-8, and we'll take another shot. Vereen doing a good job of trying to take a shot first, but can't flip his hips. Belmont Abbey gives their hips around to regain control. Another 2 call given, 11-8. Belmont Abbey's favor as the third period has gone all to Pegram's way for Belmont Abbey. Stalling warning given to the Braves. That's his first 2 call. Control given to Belmont Abbey's Pegram, and that puts him up 13-9. With just under a minute remaining here in the third period.
Sean needs to catch some breath underneath him to get him back into this match. Looks a little winded.
Hands on the hip, stomach breathing in and out quickly. They'll start neutral position.
People don't realize how tiring a match is. Even though it's only 7 minutes, you get tired in the first 2.
Because that stalling call point was rewarded to Vereen. 13.
Back into a single, trying to finish with the double. Belmont Abbey did a great job of getting his hips down and away.
That'll push score 15-10. Pegram's favor for the Crusaders. 40 seconds and counting down. Riding time now flipped over and will no longer be a factor in this one.
35 seconds left. Rashawn trying to get an underhook here. Back into a single. But Belmont Abbey did a good job of getting his hips away, trying to get behind him as he hooks that back ankle for another 2.
A lot of ankle shots for Vereen, but not working as the head keeps getting pushed down by Pegram. One will be rewarded as an escape, but that will not be enough as Pegram is now up by 6. Correction,
No
up
2
by
is
5.
rewarded yet. Belmont Abbey trying to get the major decision as he hooks the back ankle. 19-12. Only wins by 7, making it a decision. No major decision here.
174-pound matchup goes to Andrew Pegram, the sophomore from Belmont Abbey, Stokesdale, North Carolina. He wins 19-12 by decision. That'll add some points to Belmont Abbey's favor. The Braves still lead here as we head to the 184-pound matchup.
Brandon Sloop for the Braves. Brandon Sloop on a quick takedown. Throws in an underhook. Brandon Sloop had a good weekend last weekend at Midwest, getting 4th. Getting himself on that podium. Looking for a bar tilt on the edge of the match. Does not get any back points rewarded to him as they go out of bounds.
Sloop is 13-9 so far this season, 2-2 in duels. He's a redshirt junior from China Grove, North Carolina. 13-4 mark in dual meets last season, a steady point getter for the Braves. After the last match, Vereen gave up the decision to Belmont Abbey's Pegram. Braves still lead 24-7. Sloop on the mat now for the Braves in black.
No takedown yet as Belmont Abbey's knee dropped, given 2 to Sloop.
Freshman from Greenback, Tennessee, Dawson Satterfield on the mat for Belmont Abbey.
Sloop with the arm bar, trying to grab that far wrist, as he does. Trying to run it. Belmont Abbey looks like he's trying to flee out of bounds. Can he get any backs? No, both feet leave the mat, making them out of bounds, bring them back to the center.
1:21 remaining here in the first period for Sloop and Dawson Satterfield here, the 184-pound weight class. Braves lead 24-7 on overall team score. Minute and 5 riding time in Sloop's favor. Sloop currently leads 4-2 here in the first period, 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. Sloop, a very physical wrestler, 3-time all-conference in football and high school, a very strong guy.
Sloop lets him up again. Belmont Abbey's in a shot. Looks like a little scramble situation right here, but Sloop looks like he gets behind and gets the 2 here.
Sloop does a good job getting control, keeps pulling at the ankle. Currently leads 6-2 with 43 seconds remaining in the first.
Sloop gets the call by OT to let him up, but got caught. Gives him the 1, which Sloop likes to be on his feet. Well, that's a new rule. 1 point rewarded for Brandon Sloop. A new rule added on to this year, hands to the face. You cannot put hands to the face anymore. You could have your palm on his forehead, but anything lower, 1 point would be rewarded to your opponent.
First period is coming to a close. OT telling Sloop gotta go as we're looking for late time points. 7-6, 5 seconds remaining here in the first period. Sloop up 7-3. Minute 22 riding time in Sloop's favor as the clock does expire in the first period. We'll head to the second period. 3 minutes on the clock. 7-3 in Sloop's favor. 24-7 in the Braves' favor over Belmont Abbey, the Crusaders. Sloop wrestling at the 184-pound weight class. He's taking on a true freshman from Belmont Abbey and Dawson Satterfield.
Sloop's filling out his opponent, trying to get a quick tilt, looks like here. Breaks him down to the mat. Sloop allows him back on his feet, where he's more comfortable at, as he gets a almost quick 2. Belmont Abbey did a good job getting back on his legs. back on her feet with some hand fighting. 7-4 with a minute and 12 left in the second period. Belmont Abbey on a shot, but Sloop defends and gets 2.
Good job by Sloop. Very quick twitch wrestler. Likes making quick reaction decisions. Gotten him in trouble a few times throughout the year, but as we mentioned, a very steady wrestler for the Braves in dual meets, having a 13-4 mark last season, 2-2 so far in duels this season.
Sloops runs him over, that far wrist, puts him on his back for a hammerlock. Trying to thread the needle with his other arm as he scoops up the head.
Sloop looking to keep riding time, looking to prevent any stall calls. He can get it here. It will push his riding time close to the 3-minute mark, putting it well out of reach for Belmont Abbey's Satterfield.
Coaches are looking for a stall call on Belmont Abbey since he's not doing much here. Stop the match for intentionally dangerous. Sloop had the arm a little bit too high up on his back.
Sloop throws his hands up and questions like, I don't know what to do. Belmont Abbey Satterfield, not a lot of action on the bottom. He'll stay on the bottom though. Sloop will start on top. Caution has been given against Sloop. Sloop, as I mentioned, quick twitch guy, likes to move off the whistle. Has to make sure everybody's set first. Time expires, does not let him out. Riding time, 2 minutes and 56 seconds in Sloop's favor. 3 minutes put on the clock for the third period. 24-7 in the Braves' favor, 9-4 in Sloop's favor over Satterfield. Sloop in black for the Braves, Satterfield in red for Belmont Abbey as Sloop escapes quickly off the whistle.
1 point awarded to Brandon Sloop. Thank you, Mrs. McCosey. Sloop moving around, trying to look for a shot. Sloop fakes, gets an arm drag. Sloop's getting frustrated.
One minute, 15 seconds remaining here in the third period.
Sloop's very quick on his feet. He likes to throw a lot of fakes to get his opponent, on balance as he gets a single. Can he put him to his back? No points awarded yet.
There is the control. 2 points awarded there. 12-4 in Sloop's favor with the ankle trip to get him back to the mat. Under 50 seconds, riding time ticking up over 3 minutes for Sloop doesn't matter now as it will be awarded to him at the end of this one.
Some good wrestling at the edge of the mat.
Good job by Sloop maintaining that foot, maintaining that toe, but still wrestling. 33 seconds and counting down in this match here at the 184-pound weight class. In black for the Braves, Brandon Sloop. In a red for Belmont Abbey, Dawson Satterfield. Satterfield will start in the down position. Sloop already has one caution. Has to make sure that they're set. There it is. Ref blows a whistle. Sloop doing a good job being more patient there and maintaining control.
Sloop has a claw in right now, trying to keep his hips over his hips, keep him in position. 15 seconds left in the third period. Does not want him to get 1 point rewarded.
As Ballantyne mentioned, 8 or more will be a major decision.
Sloop will be awarded 1 point of riding time, making it 13-5, making it a major decision. Andrew Coburn last year was the heavyweight, but dropping down to 197 this year. He's finally feeling comfortable at 97. He had to give up a couple pounds at heavyweight last year.
Andrew, although wrestled as a heavyweight last year, as Joe mentioned, was key for the Braves in securing that ECAC championship, a huge overtime victory over Limestone with a 1-point escape. As he mentioned, feeling a lot healthier this year, getting to go back down, was a big team guy. Coach O.T. Johnson asked him to go be a heavyweight this year, not as needed, dropping down to 197. Much fitter and much leaner is Andrew Coburn here, taking on Lucas Scarlett of Belmont Abbey. Currently tied 0-0 here early in the first period. 1 minute has expired and ticked away. Braves currently lead 28-7 after that major decision from Brendan Sloop. Coburn is 3-6 so far in the season. As Joe mentioned, getting accustomed back to the 197 weight class and a little bit more physical wrestlers. 2-2 on the year in dual meets. He is from Croatan High School in Newport, North Carolina.
Just some hand fighting. Nothing crazy. Andrew tried to slide that elbow by for a low single, but Belmont Abbey did a good job getting his legs back. As you get to the higher weights, a lot of hand fighting, and a lot of hand fighting happened in the first period.
Yeah, those big clubs coming across as they battle with each other on the back of the neck, looking to gain control in head position.
These two guys are just trying to tire each other out by banging each other's heads, keeping their weight on top of them, but also trying to set up their shot.
Andrew Coburn, a member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee for UNC Pembroke Wrestling.
Some nice fakes for Andrew Coburn, trying to get his opponent off balance. Nice underhook. Let's see if he could use it here with 13 seconds left in the first period.
Time will expire here in the first period, and we will head to the second period. Even no riding time awarded either side as no takedowns happen. 0-0. Ref asks which wrestler would like to make the decision. Pembroke and Coburn defer, headed over to Belmont Abbey. Belmont Abbey decides they want to start in the down position. Andrew will start on top. Points so valuable as you head to these heavier weight classes. So starting in the down position allows to gain that 1 point with the escape, as you saw right there. 7 seconds of riding time awarded to Andrew, as 7 seconds expired early in the second period. 1:40 remaining in the second period, 1-0 currently in favor of Belmont Abbey's Lucas Scarlett from Mebane, North Carolina. He is a true sophomore. Andrew, a redshirt junior for the Braves, did not see action his first 2 seasons last year. As Joe mentioned, wrestled as a heavyweight for the Braves and was key to their first conference title.
Andrew Coburn on a nice single, fortunately is out of bounds. Needs to hit that in the center, and he possibly will be awarded the 2 there.
Coming up on a minute now here in the second period. Andrew Coburn and Lucas Scarlett going head-to-head here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court, University of North Carolina at Pembroke, North Carolina. I'm Jack Bill Slavin. I'm here with Joe Ballantyne on the UNCP Sports Network.
Andrew takes his 3rd shot, but Belmont Abbey throws his legs back again and circles off. A lot of clearing ties here between these two. Andrew back in a single. Both got double underhooks. Coach O.T. Johnson telling him just to pick one. trying to throw him up and get that single. Belmont Abbey in a high crotch. Andrew tries to throw that leg back at the edge of the mat. But wrestling continues, action continues as they go back to the center of the mat.
12 seconds remaining here in the second period. Only 7 seconds of riding time. That's awarded to Andrew Colborn as Belmont Abbey's Scarlet start in the down position to start this period.
They stopped the match because the time did not start.
Ref will work with our scores table to make sure we get it straightened out, as time's so valuable on these upper weight classes. As you mentioned, points so valuable and time so valuable. As the ref's going to say, let's let the clock run a little bit. We'll stop it at 5.8 seconds. So 5.8 seconds remaining here in the second period. 1-0 in Scarlet's favor from Belmont Abbey. Time will expire in the second period. We'll head to the third period. Andrew Colborn going to have to do some work. We'll start in the down position, trying to even this match up, even this match back up, trying to get that escape point early. With 2 minutes on the clock here in the third period, he will do it.
Quickly escapes.
5 seconds of riding time still in Andrew's favor. Doesn't look like it'll necessarily be a factor in this one, though.
Andrew back in that underhook position, trying to get better head position here. Belmont Abbey tries to shoot there. Andrew circles away. Does not allow him to even touch his foot. Colburn back in that underhook position. Needs better head position if he wants to get a shot in.
The Braves will be awarded their third win of the year, as score stands 28-7, even with two 6-point swing, or even with a 12-point swing, will not be enough to overcome the Braves' score so far here. But that's not what the Braves are looking for. Andrew Colborn and Scarlett, a lot of hand fighting and clubbing going on. 37 seconds remaining here in the third period, tied 1-1 for both wrestlers. Andrew Colborn of the Braves in black, Scarlet in red of Belmont Abbey.
Andrew Colburn just got hit with stall.
That was his first, so not
Andrew
a
in
big
a
deal.
shot. Can he finish with 15 seconds left? Belmont Abbey doing a good job keeping his hips away, but that lock looks pretty tight. And Andrew, he lifts him up.
Andrew's
And
gotta
he
get
gets
the hand
rewarded
around
the
there
two
as a
with 5 seconds left in the period.
Great job
at
by
the
Andrew
edge of the mat.
of controlling the late time, and will get the victory. Great job by Andrew Colborn controlling the clock, controlling his body, flipping his hips, and using pure strength to win this one over Scarlet. Andrew Colborn takes it down by decision 3-1 over Lucas Scarlet of Belmont Abbey.
Cameron Oakley wrestling heavyweight now, giving up a lot of pounds, usually weighing in at about 240. Belmont Abbey and a front head position, almost got the two there. Oakley doing a good job getting his hips back up, putting him back in better position. Belmont Abbey looks like he's trying to do a gator roll here. No two is rewarded.
This is the final matchup of the evening. As we mentioned, the Braves will move to 3-2. The Braves hand Belmont Abbey their first loss of the season in a pretty dominant performance by the Braves up and down the lineup. Braves are feeling it right now, coming out of the top 10 finish of the Midwest Classic just last weekend. 0-0 here in the heavyweight matchup as a minute has ticked away here in the first period between Cameron Oakley of the Braves in black and Michael Seaweck of the Crusaders for Belmont Abbey.
Belmont Abbey in a nice high crotch, trying to switch His hands awarded the 2 at the edge of the mat. Definitely a little size difference here. Belmont Abbey trying to get a quick tilt here. Oakley's doing a good job of keeping his hips down, defending that tilt. Belmont Abbey trying to throw a power half here. Needs to strain that arm. Oakley did a good job of fighting, looking the other way, peeling that hand off. A nice crossface on Oakley. Oakley fights that off. As he tries a knee slide back into better position here.
Oakley struggling a bit here against Michael Seaweck. Seaweck.
He has his 2 count. He's looking for more here. Has a 4 count now. And the ref says his foot went out of bounds, only giving him a 4 count and not the pin.
Oakley thankful there, very close to the pin. Shoulder centimeters off the mat from our angle.
Definitely. 7 seconds remaining. Oakley brought back to the mat.
Seaweck controlling Oakley completely here as time expires in the first period. Seaweck controls this one 6-0, but the Braves have secured the victory, leading 31-7. Belmont Abbey just looking for some comfort points here at the end of the match in the heavyweight matchup.
The clock seems like it's not running right now.
That was the end of the first period. There was only a second or 2 remaining there, so we'll reset. We got the clock reset now. We got it all figured out with the referee down the scorer's table. 1:53 remaining here in the second period. 7 seconds ticked away. 1:44 riding time in Belmont Abbey's favor. 31-7 team score, 6-0 this individual match score. UNC Pembroke Wrestling will be back in action December 29th at the Citrus Invitational and the 30th down in Florida.
Cameron Oakley awarded the 1 point for his escape.
We will have the Braves back at home and here on the UNCP Sports Network on January 26th. That's a Saturday. It's a 1 p.m. scheduled matchup against Queens. We'll be celebrating Senior Day here and 55 years of excellence of UNC Pembroke Wrestling.
Belmont Abbey had a cradle locked up, but let go of that cradle. Cameron Oakley got the 1 and then looked like he was hurt, but told the ref he did not need any time as Cam Oakley got the 2 on him for a takedown.
Oakley doing a phenomenal job working back in this one. What a swing between the first period and the second period. Riding time still up over a minute. Minute 28 in Belmont Abbey's favor for Michael Seaweck. 9-4 now the score. Oakley will not get shut out in this one as he has worked hard here in the second period. 9-4 in Belmont Abbey's favor.
Definitely a nice fake shot right there, getting Belmont Abbey a little bit off balance. 20 seconds remaining in the period.
Definitely a lot more time on the mat than we're necessarily used to seeing in a heavyweight matchup. A lot of shots being taken by both guys. Shot taken there by Oakley, but the ankle is grabbed by Seaweck. Has him on his back.
Cradle
is being called, and the pin is rewarded to Michael Seaweck. That will conclude our match here today in the first home duel of the year for the Braves. Braves win it here at home in Pembroke, North Carolina. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll recap the match today. We'll tell you a little bit more about when the UNCP Sports Network will be back in action. I'm Jack Bull Slave, and I'm here with Joe Ballantyne. We'll be right back here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. We thank Adidas for all its support in offering UNC Pembroke the best for its student athletes. Go Braves!
Lumbee River Electric Membership Corporation belongs to the members it serves. That means their members have a say in how their co-op is run. And with members in charge, you can feel confident that the decisions made are in your best interest and the best interest of your community. Doesn't that sound good? Members know they can trust LREMC because it was created not to make profits, but to deliver on this promise, providing safe, reliable, and affordable electricity. 4 values are the foundation of LREMC's service to its members: innovation, commitment to community, accountability, and integrity. These values represent the cooperative difference and how their co-op earns the trust of members every day.
Final score, Braves win it 30-13 over Belmont Abbey. It started off with Nick Daggett getting a 6-0 decision due to forfeit from Belmont Abbey. There was a slated wrestler, Aaron Zabraskis, but he wound up wrestling in the 133-pound weight class. Ronnie Petro won over him by technical fall, keeping Belmont Abbey shut out through the first 2 matches. Belmont Abbey finally got on the board with a major decision win over Jonathan Miller. Tyler Gregory took him down there at the 141-pound weight class. But then the rest of the way, it was UNC Pembroke pretty much until we head to the heavyweight match where we had the pin of Cameron Oakley. Some key points, some key takeaways from the day. Joe, what do you think? What are some key takeaways for you as you watch this match, the first home duel of the years as the Braves move to 3-2? Belmont Abbey loses their first one of the year, dropping to 2-1.
We definitely did a good job wrestling on our feet here, being dominant on our feet, especially Brandon Sloop wrestling, getting those key takedowns, and Andrew Colburn at the edge of the mat, final seconds, getting that last takedown. So being good on our feet, being quick on our feet, explosive on our takedowns, that was big for Pembroke's win this night.
Andrew Colburn did a great job. Exciting always here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court. Another exciting one for him, and another exciting one for the Braves as the Braves win it over Belmont Abbey College. Braves will be back in action on December 29th at the Citrus Invitational in Florida. They'll be there the 29th and the 30th. They won't be back in action here at home until January 26th. That's a Saturday at 1 p.m. when they take on Queens. We'll celebrate Senior Day and 55 years of excellence of UNC Pembroke Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court in Pembroke, North Carolina for Legacy Night. We look forward to seeing you next time here on the UNCP Sports Network. I'm Jack Bull Slavin. I'm here with Joe Ballantyne. We hope you have a very happy holidays and an excellent new year. UNCP Sports Network will be back in action here at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court for women's basketball on December 30th. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.